Okay. Do you mind sharing the link for that with me as well so I can maybe
Oh
share
yeah,
with other folks that can join?
definitely. Um, so I'm going to share the YouTube link
Mm.
with you in the chat right now.
Right. How are you doing
So
today? Good. All right. Let's quickly take this out. Okay. Got it. I'm just going to drop this. What I want to, I wish I had this before. All right. Anyway, we can get started.
good. Take it away.
Take it away. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Adebayo Daudu. Super excited to connect with everyone today. I'm not sure where you're joining from, but wherever you are in the world, I wish you that you're having a wonderful day. I send good omen here from California, and I know that as entrepreneur or corporate folks or individual family that we are all navigating something. But what's exciting about now is that we are at a transformational time right now that what's important is community and I'm here to be a conduit of the community to be able to help us navigate some of the pressing questions specifically around AI today. So if you have any question, please feel free to drop in the chat. Feel free to ping me. I will be sharing some slides to kind of walk us through, but this session today is going to be focused a lot more on demos. It's good to know the audience a little bit, but I will assume that we all have some kind of businesses. We're curious about some kind of problem, whether in your corporate space or you're running a business, small or large, and you want to get started. So I will focus this session on just getting you started with AI. I will start with some background and then get into some practical demo that can actually help you accelerate what you want to do with your organization. All right. That being said, Mr. Ari, is it okay if I can share my screen real quick?
Yeah, go. I think I should have made you an yeah, you should be able to share it now.
Yep. And then if I'm going too fast, please feel free to pause me to say, "Hey, Bob, you're going too fast." If I'm going too slow, please also feel free to pause me. I'll be looking through the chat. I'll put it on this window here. So, all right, as well, if any messages come in, please feel free to ping me so I can be able to address those kind of questions as we
Okay.
go through. All right. Um, Share my screen real quick. Let's get started. Boo, 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 boo. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, yes, we do.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Practical AI for small businesses. We're going to start there. Give me a quick second. Let me open this up. You know, level setting. My name is Adebayo Daudu. I'm a tech consultant and also a founder myself. I've founded a few companies in the past, currently serving as a chief technology officer at a healthcare company, and then also innovation officer at a design studio that's actually based in Nigeria. I spent the last 20 plus years in technology. I started programming when I was 14 years old, and I've kind of seen the journey of technology from early HTML days to Notepad to Code Fusion to ActionScript now where we're talking about AI when AI can do things that a lot of us learn by just writing out. It's exciting to see, but what's more exciting is the power that it gives small businesses to be able to transform their business and transform their journey in terms of their business as a whole. My hope is that this conversation today will be very interactive, that I can take some practical challenges that you're facing whether small or big, and we can kind of problem solve together on this call, on this session today. That being said, I'm based in California. I'm blessed with two children and an amazing wife, and originally from the East Coast. And I have a heart for Africa, Nigeria specifically. So yeah, let's get started. The reality is that many of us running a business, or we are thinking about running a business, and we are faced with some challenging questions. Do I hire? Do I do it myself? And if I do hire, who do I hire? If I do it myself, where do I get started? The competition is getting bigger and bigger every single day, and sometimes it feels like the people with the bigger team, they're doing better, right? Except that for right now is there's a great equalizer called AI that gives you the same power that many people that have bigger team, bigger budget can be able to execute on. A lot of us are spending hours on specific tasks, and we're trying to figure out why there's no upward momentum. The gap is in talent, obviously, it's all about leverage, and AI is great. It's a great equalizer for most small businesses. Um, what AI can do, right? Forget the hype. Let's just get very practical around it. And sometimes you hear, "Oh, AI can do this. Is he AGI? Is he super AGI? Is it, let's take a step back and just think about it and think about it in real life. I run a business. And a few things have to happen as I run my business. I have to first understand my business, and I have to be able to make sure my business is visible. I have to manage people, meaning team, myself. I have to manage my product, could be inventory, could be service that I provide. I have to manage communication externally. I have to manage money. I have to manage compliance. There's so many things that founders, business owners actually have to navigate. And oftentimes we either plug in people that have the expertise or we pay people that can bring the expertise in. So that being said, what can AI actually do for you today? I think we can start with the most practical thing, which is saving you time, right? And it can also make you money, which is the main reason why we started business. Am I am I making money? Right? And if I'm making money, am I making money with the right margins at the same time? So AI can help you with some practical things that we find ourselves doing every single day, like drafting emails, right? That's a consistent thing. And sometimes, you know, the joy of AI is that it can help us kind of like format our communication in a more consistent and polished way. Managing external communication, marketing, social media. If you're not visible these days, you're not relevant. That's just how it is. But then there's a struggle around how do I maintain consistency? How do I come up with ideas for my social media? How do I engage when people are seeing my content? How do I pick the right content, the right audience? AI can also help you with that. Can you make your money, right? So a lot of us, I've been fortunate to publish the book over a decade ago. And when I published that book, I remember the painstaking process it took to write the book, design the book, go through the registration of the book, raise capital to promote the book, and then also share the book. It was a painstaking process, and everything was done manually. Except right now, if I with my experience that I have in business or as a tech entrepreneur, I can take all of my notes and put it into an AI engine that can put out an ebook for me. Then I can also auto start selling that immediately. I can build a website, easily with just a few prompts. And I will walk us through some of those things on this call today. That's what AI can do for you. The possibilities are just so endless, right? The things that we used to need people for, we can actually do ourselves now. So what are we spending? So sometimes when we think about business, I'm curious. I'm always wondering about when I meet business people, I always ask, okay, where are you currently bleeding, essentially? Where are you saving money at, and where are you spending money at, and where are the opportunities for you to make money, right? For example, I'm curious on this call, if anyone can probably say, where do you find that you're spending the most time and money from your business right now? Anybody? Right. Because it will fall into one of those things, right? Either you're spending money on social media engagement, you have to pay subscription, email, website building, you have to hire expert product creation, or customer support replies as well, which you need people. Currently, most people are still doing this manually. And if you are doing this manually, can you just show me like a raise of hand within the chat to kind of give me a sense? Let me see the YouTube real quick. All right. So AI can save you those things, the time and the money, up to 90% saving in terms of what the value can bring to you as well. All right, how am I doing so far? So far, so good?
Yeah, you're doing great.
Good, 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 good. All right. Most of these, and a lot of us you've heard, you go online all the time, you see all of this emojis or all this posts or this TikTok videos, and you wonder how did they get all these things done? The reality is that they're using most of these free tools. They're not paying extra money for it. They're just using free tools. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, most of us have access to it. They also have free version of it. Canva is another tool. Most of us use WhatsApp a lot. Buffer for social media scheduling, Bots.new, Framer, and a few other ones that people use to build websites, and Gamma for doing presentation. What I'm going to do on this call is actually walk you through some of these tools and how I use them personally, and also show you I'm going to give you my secret sauce of how I've taken some of these tools with some paid version. I've also taken to the next level to help me be efficient in what I do on a daily basis. All right. I'm not sure what the personas are on this call. All right, can you kind of give me a sense of what kind of business owners are within the community, just generally?
So most of our community members are people who have small businesses, mostly in Nigeria, a few
Okay.
of them here and there in Cameroon, and places that are African countries close to Nigeria.
Yeah. So would it
So
be
small
that, so
business
when you say small
owners,
businesses, is it more on the retail side of things? Is it more on the service side of things? Is it more like restaurant
services,
side? Huh?
more
So
services,
services.
hair
Okay.
making, some IT, some in IT as small business owners, just, but
Okay.
most people are like working within themselves, not people who have like
All right.
large staff,
Okay.
or
So they're
something.
working with him. So essentially for them, growing and relevance is important. They need to kind of be able to
Exactly.
be filter themselves out of the noise of the web, essentially. All right.
Exactly.
And they need to be
Yeah.
able to position themselves. So things like, so I just want to, I'm asking this so I can better cater my demos to the folks that are making relevant to them, essentially. So I'm assuming these folks, marketing is important for them, communication for lead generation, and also maybe refining their website with some better content. Essentially, those are things that I would kind of want to focus on. Is that cool?
That's cool.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. This is helpful. All right. So again, this is where the question is. So I'm going to focus my time on most people that have service and consulting, which is where I also sit myself, and maybe a little bit on the product side of things as well. Cool. All right. I'm going to just kind of skip this a little bit. So again, I'm assuming that it takes time. They do all these things to managing emails, creating content, which I've already spoken about. Um, do you know? I'm going to go with the assumption that many of them are already familiar with ChatGPT, or should I spend some time on that a little bit? What do you think? All right.
Um, so you want us to provide like feedback,
Yes, so I just want to kind of get a
like
sense of like these are most of this. Cause I'm assuming that most of these folks they're used to some of the tools I mentioned, Canva AI, Canva, ChatGPT, or should I assume that they don't have any context around that at all?
from some of the surveys we've done yesterday and previously, we've had people using things like Trello, Canva, ChatGPT as well,
Okay, all right.
some Gemini. Yeah, so there's familiarization.
All right, so let's
Familiarity.
get straight into demo, right? Tame your inbox in 5 minutes. We're just gonna go through the step, and I will share this deck for everyone after this call as well, so they can kind of go back to it. I think it'd be helpful. We're gonna open ChatGPT or Claude. I use ChatGPT. I actually use all the tools to be honest for different reasons, right? And I'm gonna paste an actual business email into it essentially, and then you kind of see what the output is. So I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and prepare my other screen. Is that cool? Bear with me for a second. Where's the Zoom? Actually, no, I can open ChatGPT on here. Um, should I have, give me a quick second. All right. I have one demo of an email that I've gotten for a client and in real time. Um, so have you, so one of the great things about the internet right now is that, um, LinkedIn is such an incredible tool for being able to connect with people. And there's a feature within LinkedIn that you can use to create your services, and people reach out to you from that, essentially. I'm going to take a message in here that came from LinkedIn to us recently. Copy. And share my screen to show you how a way, again, we have a different process internally that we've kind of refined over time. But for the sake of this demo, this is a good starting point. ChatGPT. So you can have ChatGPT downloaded directly on your laptop, like I have on my side right now. And I'm going to open up and I'm just going to paste a message. One of our team members sent me this message, and it's just a picture of a customer that's looking for information. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So actually, let me share the entire screen so that you can see the video. Stop screen. All right, I'm sharing this entire screen. So we have a message from for an individual that send us a message to say, hey, I'm interested in software development, and I'm interested in it's a project for social application and business application. And this came directly from our LinkedIn, essentially, right? I'm looking for our LinkedIn, and so I just basically took a screenshot of it, and I'm going to paste it into my ChatGPT, and I'm going to follow the prompt that I just shared with you right now. I'm going to share the prompt. Where is my browser? Sorry. All right. The prompt says, paste the actual business email, read this message and draft a professional reply. Keep it in full sentences. I'm going to say exactly just that in here. This give you context. This is um, inquiry from LinkedIn for service. And advise and draft 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 a response I can send to the user. All right. So again, so just assume. So for me, I use ChatGPT a lot. So you can see the message right there, a professional email. Hi, John. Thank you for reaching out. This sounds like a strong opportunity. I see you're building a fintech mobile app. I would love to learn a bit more about you. Literally, I can copy this. I can copy this into my inbox, into my email, and don't send it. So let me just pause right there and talk about something that a lot of people do oftentimes. Can you still see my screen?
No, we don't see your email.
Oh, you didn't see? Okay, sorry about that. Can you see now?
Yes.
All right, so just imagine what first thing I did, I copied this message, which is opening up right now. Sorry. So this message came from LinkedIn. I did a screenshot of it, and I just pasted it within. I say, hey, this is an inquiry from LinkedIn for service. Analyze and draft a response I can send to the user. This is the email that is sent back to me. Hi, John. Thank you for reaching out. This sounds like a great opportunity. I'd love to learn more about how I can guide you properly. My team focused on taking product from 0 to 1. We help define product design. It'll help we can start with a short conversation, grab some time on my calendar. That's looking forward to connecting with you. I can copy this and paste it in my email. Now, what's important about what AI can do for you is that I have to know in the past, I would have to think about this, right? I have to think about it, draft a message, but because I use GPT, this tool sometimes, it knows enough about me. But what's important is not to just copy and paste. It's important to review, does this actually answer the question that the customer needs? Are all the relevant information in there? So the way I typically would do this, I can just open my inbox, right? I can open my inbox and say, hey, give me a new email, paste it in, and then make some edits on there. So let me just try. I'm going to just say, make an edit in here. Let's say, mate at agent. All right, there you go. send it in. But before do it, it's very important to always review what is being sent essentially. But for the sake of time, I would just kind of focus on just sending it and just like that. All of a sudden, oh, no title, test. You know, send. Just like that, the customer's response is there, is professional, it's polished, and it's useful to them. You can do this a lot, right? Second thing you can do besides just doing one email is to say, okay, um, draft me 3 templates I can reuse, right? Based on that, I can say, hey, draft me 3 templates I can reuse. Now all of a sudden, I've not only solved one problem, and I have a template I can be able to reuse for following up. So that way I don't have to think about it. I can just change a customer's name over and over again. And I can take this and save it within my Google Doc, save this within my CRM, or there's different ways you can automate this as well. But for now, it's a good starting point. Now I have just now one response. I can now be able to, I have one for initial response. I have one for discovery qualification, deeper strategic, and I have another one for closing the call to action as well. And all of this by just texting my GPT. All right. I will pause right there and then I'll try to get into prepare for the next demo. Is that cool? All right. Any thoughts? For those that are on the for
Yeah.
those that are on the call right now, are there any specific area of your business that you want us to kind of like unpack right now so that way I can cater my demo specific to the area of your business? I think it'll be helpful. Anyone on the call that want to kind of come out there and say, hey, I'm dealing with XYZ, I'm curious about ABC, and I can kind of do like a please drop or drop a comment in the chat as well. Please. Nope. Okay, so
Just
let's
in
continue.
case they're in places where they can't speak.
Yeah,
Just
that's fine. Either
yeah.
one is fine. I'm just gonna pause and read the message so far. All right, no message. So that's the first demo. How to use ChatGPT. This is free. You can use Gemini, you can use Claude, you can use any of those LLM out there, and just those 2 prompts. Respond, draft a message for me, create a template for me, and you can take those template and be able to reuse them over and over again. I'm gonna go to the next demo right now, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Let's see.
I used to get angry. Um, and I used to say words that will make people cry. Yes. And
Okay.
if I yeah, people cry. And it's because of the maybe
Sorry, I
What's
don't think
that?
that was my first.
and when they're
Oh,
crying, I'll be happy. But God worked on
I don't think that was first.
okay. I don't think that's for us. Okay, got it. All right, that's fair. All right, let's go to the next demo. So this one is I'm gonna skip this one. It has a little more technical to it. So week of
We
social
have
media.
we have some IT folks like Divine. I believe he has indicated that he works in IT.
Okay,
But if it's too technical, like very technical, that require one of our main goals here is for things that it can do from
on the
today, like effectively
exactly,
do today. So if it's
exactly.
something that requires some additional skill than what they have today, then yeah,
Yep.
maybe skip it.
So I think thank you for that. So I want to kind of like shift a little bit more. So we've kind of talked about the first step. You use LinkedIn, you put your service on LinkedIn, and then people respond to you. The people reached out to you. Hey, I need ABCD, and you want to be able to respond to them in a polished manner. You can use GPT for that, and then also build template around that basic side. Now, let's go to the other side where you're trying to be consistently sharing content with other people about your business, essentially. How do you navigate that? And there are multiple ways to do that. My recommendation that is helpful to have a tool like Buffer, right? And if you go to buffer.com, you can see it's a free tool. You can schedule up to 10 posts per channel, refill anytime, 100 ideas, one account, but it's free. You can connect up to 3 channels, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever it is. All of a sudden, you can consistently use this platform to share content outside, right? Now, I don't use Buffer. I use a different tool called Posters, right? Posters.com. right? And for them, it's more charging. They charge $29 a month, right? Again, the pros and cons for this. I have my own instance of this, but there's a free version of this called buffer.com, right? Now, buffer.com or Posters, either one of them is not useful unless you can do things like this, right? Whereby I have all of my channels on there, right? I can schedule my post, what's going on, right? And I'll show you how I do mine essentially on a day-to-day basis. And then when I schedule, let me just take one, for example, that I want to post right now. This is ready to post, about 4 5. Let's just post this on Twitter because I don't use it as much, and I can just post it now or schedule it. Right, just already posted. Let me go to one that is in draft. Draft
Did you
mode.
need to share your screen? Because we're not seeing your
Oh,
screen.
you're not seeing my screen. Sorry about that. Oh,
That's
sucks, man. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. So what I was talking about is there's a platform for, take a step back. We've gone through these first steps of being able to create a content and polish our email direct to customer and create a template. Now, how do we get into a step of being able to consistently share content on social media without having to do one step at a time? So we're going to go from prompting to designing our 5-day social media calendar, right, for Instagram and LinkedIn. And then we're going to try to put it into a tool that can automate that for us, essentially. And that tool of choice, that the free tool is called Buffer. Buffer.com, you can use it for social media content scheduling. You work within your GPT to plan your schedule, and then you can come here and craft the message essentially for you. Now, AI doesn't solve everything for you until you build some automation into it, but at least having tools like this, you don't have to worry about, oh, I have to be on my computer at 7 o'clock to post. You can just schedule this thing. So the way that that I use it personally for the student on my side is that I have the other one called Posters that we used to schedule across all of the channels that we have, right? And then and again, we're evolving this on a consistent basis as well. Within Posters, I can draft. I want to find one that I can draft. So this is in draft mode right now. Brain health is undergoing a technical thing. AI is in, so I can say, okay, well, do I want to post this? It tells me that, hey, this content is too long, so you need to shorten it, right? So I can shorten this, and I can just give me a second. I'm just going to shorten this a little bit, and then I'm just going to schedule it, right? Now, for me, I believe that AI, you should never, at this stage, I wouldn't let AI just take over my life, right? So I still care about being in the loop of everything that I do, essentially. So it's important to still have a human in the loop of everything that you do with AI. So AI can hallucinate. So as a result of that, I'm going to walk through this process right now, do a 5-day calendar, all right? The way we just did on GPT right now. Where is this view? Screen. Give me a quick second. Let me build this out. Where's my chat GPT? Oh, GPT. Right. I'm going to just put this prompt in, create a 5-day social media calendar for Instagram and LinkedIn. All right. Day one, problem. So this is the context. I want to focus on fintech and product, right? Day one, problem awareness, the hook. And what's the post? What's the right now? Okay, so it's walking me through what he wants to do. And from here, I'm just going to say generate the post for me. Okay. Okay. Can you generate a post? The post can share. And I can schedule immediately. All right, there you go. Here are ready to post polished posts that I can use right now. The first one, it says awareness. Most things, so this post right now, I can literally take this. I can literally take this right now and go into like my posters. I'm just going to schedule this one for today's Wednesday. I'm going to schedule this one for this afternoon. What time is it? 11 a.m. right now. Let's make this yeah, 11 a.m. And I want this one to be on my let's put it on Most fintech apps fail to launch, not because the ideas are bad, because the foundation is weak. Here's what usually goes wrong. No clear MVP, a strong club, be small, strong. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. Fintech, what stages are you right now? Be small, validate fast, scale. Okay, this is good. So I'm just going to use this and post it into my LinkedIn. I'll put this on LinkedIn and I might put this on X as well. Make sense? So just
Yeah.
using this, and I just add it to my calendar, just like that. And I want this to be happen at 11 a.m. Add to my calendar. It tells me that X is too long. So let's go to the X version. Let me just take X out. Just make it yes, remove this. And I'm just going to add it to my calendar. All of a sudden, at 11 a.m., while we are still on this call, we're going to go onto LinkedIn and see that this is going to be posted at that point. Make sense? So tools
Yeah.
like this, but you can see how I don't have to spend so much time thinking about my strategy. Again, we're doing this demo right now, but specifically, I can be intentional around the goal is to have a 1 week calendar, and I can go into my GPT or my Gemini, any other tools that I have, review this. Make sure you review the content when the AI gives you. Don't just copy and paste. You actually, okay, does this align with what I'm trying to do? Right? Go through it, create it, and then schedule it. All of a sudden, you can be busy, and all of you know your content are going to be getting engagement on a day-to-day basis as well. Fair enough. All right. Any questions on this so far?
Guys, are there any questions? Have you
Hello.
interacted? Okay.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, what's up?
Hi, Divine.
Hello. Hi. All right.
Hey,
You know what I
how are you,
want
Divine?
to good day, Mr. B. What I want
What's
to
up?
ask from you is that you know I used to use the ChatGPT to make so how to draft my anything I want to do. Also to work on my web web design for my client too. But like this
Mhm.
buffer you are talking about now, it's as if it has some feature that you can able to put all your social media handle on it and to put your schedule on each day and it will be posting to your followers. That's what you are trying to say.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I will try to navigate it more to see how it is work.
Yeah.
I
And it
hope
gets
is it free or we have some the one that you need to pay payment to have more feature or what do you because I've not
so
done it. I've not used.
So just make sure. So yeah, let me just address that. So everything that I'm going to share, that I'm sharing on this session today, is all free, right? There are things you can pay for, but as a business owner, you want to be able to be operational, right? So free is free 99. So the keyword today is free 99. It costs you nothing. It just takes your time. All it does is it costs you time, and the time that it costs you returns even more time back to you, right? So email, it's not just spending time. How do I spend just enough time to gain more time back, right? And in the current stage of where attention is important, right? You got to get people attention fast, right? You got to be thinking on your feet. The power of LLM is that it can take everything that we've all put into the consciousness of humans of humanity and help you organize it to with your voice, essentially. Then you send it back into consciousness. And so it gives you invest a little bit of time, some little bit of thought, and it helps you maximize it, right? But you can automate a lot of things. Don't automate your authenticity. That's what I always tell people. Don't automate your authenticity. Don't automate what makes you unique, your perspective in business, the value that you create. What you can automate is the framework, right? The tooling, how one tool talk to the other. You can automate all those things in an easier way. I will show one demo for you, for example, right now, the way that I use it, right? I use something
Okay.
called OpenClaw, right? And I've been able to automate a lot more than just like going into click. I can just have a text message on my Telegram or my WhatsApp, and it will handle this for me in real time. So let me show you. Let me give you an example of what I mean by that. I think, all right, this is the demo that you're looking for, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, that one takes some time, right? It took more effort. There's some paid infrastructure around it, but again, for me as a person that I need to it was important for me to invest in that. So, but for a business owner that's getting started, start with the free thing. And when you find a rhythm of what you need to invest in, then invest. It's important to think of it as an investment. You start business to make money, but you have to spend money to make money as you get to a certain stage. But you can get started today. All right, so I'll give you just one basic thing that's happening right now on my side, particularly. So, while I could have gone into, let me go share this screen real quick. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes, we
yes,
did.
yes.
All right. So I'm just going to say in my chat, I'm going to say, I'm going to just have this conversation right now and say, hey, um, uh, generate, let me see, generate an image promoting entrepreneurship ship, with a positive caption for my let's say for my who do I want to post this? For my Instagram. 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 All right. So it's going to go through this process, and I'm doing this
This is your
within.
Telegram page.
Yeah, this is my personal Telegram, my personal Telegram. So I have an agent called Johnny Mate. Only I have access to it. It's secured. It's secure from the rest of the world, right? So it's deployed particularly in a specific instance. Okay, so images coming in. So the image is here, right? Just by having chat within my Telegram. So, and I built the system itself. And what does it say? It says, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Perfect. I like it. Did you guys like this?
Yeah, but I
All
guess
right,
you
so
could make it a bit more diverse, like
okay, let's make
more
it
Black people.
more. Let's make the image more diverse, diverse with black and with black and brown people. People, my target audience in Africa. Right. So again, I'm having this chat in real time within my Telegram. Now, what you see there's a lot of things that has been built in the background of this for me to be able to do this, right? And so, but for you don't have, I just want to kind of show you the power of this. When you, by the time you get into a rhythm, you start where you are. Then one day you can say, hey, I want to make this more efficient. I want to make it better. So this is it right now. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. This is actually, I really, really like this. What do I want to
Okay.
do? I'm just going to say schedule it. Schedule this across all my social media channels to post
Dolapo has a
and
question for you.
yeah,
She
this
said,
one.
"Is this open claw agent?"
Yes. This is in the at the background of this is an open core agent that I've built to integrate with a lot of the tools that I have essentially. Yeah, and there's so many. I will get to that point towards the end of the demo. But again, I just want to pause give to kind of give the audience a perspective around you're starting today. They're free tools, but you get to a point when you say, okay, I need to do a lot more. Then you can use things like OpenClaw, and I will walk us through the demo of that. But this is what it looks like in real time, just by chat. So now this image has been scheduled across my Facebook, Instagram, Thread, LinkedIn, Blue Sky. 1 hour from now. So if I now go back to my posters account, which I shared before, let me close this now. Let's go back to my calendar. Today, it's this is the draft. Share my screen. Let me get this. All right, you can see now, all in real time. That right from my chat, directly into my scheduling right now. Again, remember, it's right there. Right. It's scheduled for an hour from now. Now I can decide to just go and post it immediately right now as well. Right. So let me because I use Blue Sky a lot more. Blue Sky, list my Blue Sky account. Right. The future belongs to those who think. Bang, bang, bang. Share that. Post it right now. Right. Now go to my Blue Sky and it's right there. Blue Sky.app. Let me quickly sign in. Sorry about that. I thought I was already logged in before, but I just want to kind of demonstrate what this looks like. This let me post in someone else. I don't need to go through the login process. I will just post this on my LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn is a lot easier. In the future, where's my LinkedIn? Right. I'm just gonna post this on my LinkedIn right now, and you can now go into my LinkedIn and you see this post. Again, automation, right? This thing has been automated, but you can notice that I'm not just posting. I still come back and review what is posted. It's very, very important to not just over rely on AI. AI can help you do a lot, but it is still your responsibility to make sure AI is doing what you want AI to do for you and your audience. We still own the responsibility of that as entrepreneurs. And this is it, just like that. Right. I can come back into to this and come back and check it out. I can maybe edit this. I can come back and edit this post, maybe take away by maybe just kind of put this out like from here. I'm just gonna take since it's on LinkedIn and save this. You saw us do this in real time, right? That's the power of what AI can do, right? So for someone like me, I'm tech, so I help businesses accomplish this level of automation. But from where you're starting as an entrepreneur, you can follow the step, right? 1 week you can use the GPT, give you 5 days calendar for your social media. Use Buffer. You can use Canva, for example. Or there's steps to it, right? Instead of you paying a designer, you can literally go to canva.com, right? And create your artifact directly from here. There's a free version of this as well. You can use so here's actually let's try something in real time. Let's try something else in real time. I'm gonna go to Gemini. I'm gonna go to Gemini and I'm gonna say hmm yeah, let's try this. Let's try this in real time. Is that okay? Let's wing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um let's do it's an image of entrepreneur. I'm just going to create this message, generate an image. I'm going to go to Gemini in real time and just try something. Gemini, and use the second first. Let's see, in real time, Gemini. So let's see what Gemini will give us. So you can use GPT, Gemini, and I'm showing these different type of tools to get know that whichever one you use, the output is practically similar, right? The output is a pretty consistently similar. Image is going to come out. There you go. This is Gemini's version of the same thing. You can copy this and save this, and then go post it, essentially. Now, this is us thinking. So for me, I'm keeping the message broad, right? Promoting entrepreneurship, right, in Africa. That's great. But for you, it's you contextualizing this around your business, your audience, your need ultimately. I don't know those things, right? But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to keep it more broad around the capabilities of these tools. You can take this image, save it, go to your buffer, schedule it across all of your channels, and then have it ready for you. What does it take you? 5 minutes versus 2 weeks of planning and asking someone to help you when you can actually do all these things by yourself. All right. Again, I'm going to have this slide in case we can come back to it. I'll have it ready for us after this call. All right. The next one, which is a big one, right? This might take us a little bit more time, right? So create a digital product in 15 minutes, right? I don't want to spend 15 minutes on this, but I can walk us through the context of this, right? What do people always ask? So let me pass this out. What do people typically ask? Let me stop. Let's spend some time to talk through this a little bit. Uh, can we take somebody's business and as an example on this call so I can kind of walk through the process of building an ebook for them together on this call? Anybody want to volunteer?
That's actually interesting. Does
I'll
someone want to?
volunteer if no one's going.
Oh,
All
awesome.
right, let's do it. So tell me if you're okay coming on camera, that's okay. If not, that's okay. But give me a sense of your business. Let's talk about it and just brainstorm around this together collectively as a community.
Okay, I will. I don't know why my camera isn't working, but I'll go
Okay.
ahead anyway. I will go with my marketing agency targeted at
Okay.
SMEs, small
Marketing
and medium-sized
agency
businesses.
targeting. Okay, targeting. Your target is what? Small SMBs,
SMEs, small and medium-sized businesses.
size businesses. And so it's just mostly keeping it broad for them. What would you want to convey to them? What is your edge essentially? Or is there a particular domain that you find yourself in?
So I would pick not-for-profits
Okay,
as a targeted
nonprofit.
domain where I'd like to make impact and possibly give something for free.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So you are a marketing agency and you're targeting small medium-sized business, SMBs, medium-sized enterprise.
If you're intending to share your screen, we don't see it currently.
Let me sorry about that. Let me share my screen. Which one do I'll use GPT. This is a lot easier. Use the same channel. Yeah. Give me a second. I love the interaction because sometimes the real value is seeing it work in real time, right?
Yes, yeah, that's why I
That's the real
emphasize
value
them.
oftentimes, right?
Thank you, Dolapo.
So how would I approach this, right? So this is a thing that okay. I'm gonna for me the way I think about AI is that I treat AI as a real person, right? And I assume that he knows everything, but he doesn't think like I think. So I have to give you some instruction around how to think like I think, right? Let me put this on the side so I can see everyone. Where's my Zoom video? Sorry, I can't see everyone. Let me move this out here. All right, good. There you go. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to start I can't see. Okay. I'm just going to say, hey, I give it a go. You are my my content and publishing team with rave review and award winning. Again, it's just and the reason why I'm putting this thing is to kind of, everything you put into LLM, it pulls that, it uses it as context, right? So I'm giving it award winning. You are my content and publishing team. Content and publishing team with rave reviews and award winning strategy and execution. Now, I'm using those two words specifically to kind of for you to nudge it to think through what award winning is. That strategy, you need to think through it, and then execution is like, yeah, the output should be focused on execution and outcome, right? You need to oh, stop, I'm mistaken person. We are Okay, we are developing. We need an ebook targeting nonprofit and SME. So you need an ebook targeting nonprofit and SMEs to promote our marketing agencies agency. Should be a 8 to 10 pages, 10 page, we can give for free, on our website when people register for newsletter.
Dolapo, while Bayo is typing that out, do you have any specific tweaks you want to add to the requirements?
I think this works so
Okay.
far. Let's see what it turns out, and then I'll see.
All right,
Okay.
so here we go. Now we have again, just taking it fresh up again. For me, sometimes I'm also coming from a design background, so for me, I'm always going to be thinking about the output of this essentially. But you can kind of see what it's done so far right now. It has outlined the ebook structure, the cover itself, the problem, the shift, the growth framework, the channel strategy, simple, content system, 30-day action plan, right, for the users and common mistakes. And then you now also have case snapshots, optional, but also in a call to action, page 10. Just by having I've typed less than 200 words, characters to get this out. Now, for where would I take this personally, right? Now my GPT, I've been trained around my style. So if you're using your GPT out of the box, your content might look different. So for example, in my own, I like simple words. You will notice that my GPT here is not so wordy. Like it's not, if I do the same thing on Google, you will see that it has a lot of words, right? But I've trained GPT around my voice, how I like to connect with people. Use simple words. There's a thing called whatchamacallit, story Hemingway style of writing. Don't use too much words. Keep simple human words when you're drafting things for
Yeah.
me, right? So
Yeah.
now I'm just going to say design, write the full ebook. Yep, write the book, write the book. Write directly in here now. It can write the book for you, but like I said, you have to do the work of actually
Tweaking it out.
tweaking it out, right? Now, there are the system that we've built at the studio, for example, that can handle all the design and the entire thing, publish you, give you an output of the ebook, right? But there's something about you actually, the ingenuity of a human being is second to none, right? But just take a look at this. The cover is there, the growth playbook for nonprofit SMEs, a simple system to attract attention. All right, looks good to me. I'm just gonna go through. Go ahead.
Dolapo
Yeah,
has a
my
question.
my question is, are you using a paid version of ChatGPT, or is this the free?
I am using the paid version of GPT, but you can get the same exact thing out of us. So what will be different between is that you might take this content, for example, right? Once you have it, you're happy with it. My paid version can probably, even when the paid version doesn't do how I would like it personally, right? So you will now take that and go into into Canva, for example. I go to Canva, which is free, and I will say I want to design an ebook. Where is an ebook here? Ebook.
So it basically gives you the idea. You're not starting from scratch. It's created your
Mm-hmm.
content. Then you can
Mm-hmm.
personalize the content to your
Based on your own.
specific business,
Exactly.
personality and brand. And Canva
Exactly.
has ebook templates.
They
I
do.
believe
Where's the
that
ebook? We find the
you
ebook.
just dump it in there.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you can use Canva to be able to build this out, essentially, right? And you can also just build a simple PDF, right? So let's try this one while we're on it. I like real problems, so we can actually test it out in real time. Yes, let's build this out, and include 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 images to drive the message. All right. So it's going to create this strong visual with it as well. Bang, bang. Now, I don't like this one. So you can kind of see where where the gaps would be, right? Because the image doesn't speak to me, but at least the template itself can be very helpful. Let's see if we can get us the PDF version of this in a bit. So again, the idea of this is not so much that it's before you would have had to like think about it. I want to write an ebook. Oh my gosh, I got to find a designer. Oh my gosh, and the process can be long, but now you've saved yourself 2 weeks or month of thinking because now you're moving at this point, right? And it's a lot easier to edit sometimes than to start. Even though starting is the best, AI helps you start. Editing and improving is what our life should be about as an entrepreneur. You learn, you iterate, you improve. Learn, iterate, improve. Learn, iterate, improve. What happens when you don't have to worry about how to start? When AI can get you started. And you can now bring your own perspective to iterate on it and improve it and share it. What is the value of an ebook? The ebook doesn't mean that people don't have information, right? It's just a token when people come to your website. For example, I think we have one on this site, parallelsco.com. When people come to your website, it's for them to just know that you care, right? You get email, you're giving them something back to say, hey, you know what? Let me help you a little bit. So you didn't just I want to make sure you didn't waste your time when you come to my website, right? Here's a token towards for your time. That's why these things are important. And so obviously, if you become a thought leader in your space, then you can always sell this ebook. And I will show you some ways to also sell those kind of things. But it's really thinking about your audience, your customers. It's not so much about, oh, I can do this. I want to create noise. It's like, am I thoughtfully thinking about who I'm reaching out to, who's reaching out to me, and am I being intentional about helping them to get better in the work that you're doing, right? And if you create value for people, it will always return back to you. So that's the way I use AI personally for myself ultimately. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah, very
Okay.
much. And
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much for
You're
sharing.
welcome.
I put a comment in the chat. I'll go off camera and I'll give somebody else a chance.
For sure. I like hard problems, hard ones, hard problems. Oh, you know
yeah,
what? You know what's interesting? Oh, let's take this a step further. Are you ready for this? A step further.
I'm
All right,
ready. I'm ready.
all right, so this is a step further. I'm gonna give you let's use both. I think both is a better one. Again, all these are free tools. So for example, right now, let's say you don't want to go through the process of designing this because man, it's a lot of work to design this work for myself. So let's try a different approach. And I say I will take the same exact content that you've copied that we've had in here. I'm just going to copy it as is for now. And I'll say turn this ebook content into an interactive interactive um interactive webs interactive I'm trying to think. I want it to be interactive. I want this website to be
so,
interactive and
so
gen
okay.
lead gen website for me, right? And I'm just going to paste it. Let me sign in. I've not used bots. I don't use bots, but again, this is free. Similar thing to other platforms. Let's see what it comes up with. Right. So, image. Oh, maybe it's in my GitHub. I didn't even realize I had this one. Okay, let's go to a different one. I don't like to get into one. I don't like to get blocked when I let's use Lovable, which I use. I love Lovable. I love the work that they do
Do you have
at the
like
company.
do you have like a toolkit of all these platforms that you've been sharing?
Yes, I will share that. I will share that at the end of the call for sure.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, so let's just do this. Generate me a landing page. Actually, Create viewed me an interactive page with lead gen and using the content of my ebook. All right, continue with Google. Yeah, let's continue with Google. Why not? Okay. While we're on this call, is going to go through this and build this out. Oh, sorry. It's asking me to log in. Build me. I'm using top copy again. Build me an in real time interactive interactive website. Now you notice that I keep repeating this website with lead generation. So that means that I wanted to collect people's email with this lead gen func functionality using the content of my ebook. Let's try this again. Yeah, again, I just copied them again. Obviously, you're going to have a lot more time to actually build this out on your own side, right? The content itself, when you get the ebook side and you bring it to Lovable, both are new. There's a bunch, I'll share those tools with you as well. And while we're sitting out here on this call, this thing's going to be ready very soon, and we'll see it in live. You can be able to share with people and use it for your own thing. But remember, what would differentiate you from what would differentiate you, developer, from other people that are not, you have access to the tool. We all have same access to the same tool. We all have the same desire to create value. We all have the passion, right, to do good. But some of us just don't use the tools to get it done, right? So now, what happened when you say, or sometimes people get stuck. Which one do I use? Well, you can use any of them, and that's why you see me go through different tools. Like I don't like this friction is too much, and use something else, right? The goal is that what can get me to an output for me to now add my extraness, my part to it, right? Getting started is so much easier, right? Now, the next time when you send an email to a person and you now send them a page for this page you're about to create right now, they're like, oh, for that 2 seconds that they spent on it, they're like, oh wow, you might give them something they're not thinking about. And if they like it, they might give you an email recommendation back. All of a sudden, you have this flywheel effect that continues going. So it's like seed. The way I look at what we do in this world, this conversation that I'm doing right now is a seed, right? Somebody might get blessed by it, and it just plants other seed. It's about paying it forward. And that's the way I think about it as entrepreneurs. It's not just about, oh, I want to get better at my business. Why? Right. I want to create value that can continuously return back to some of the other. So I want to create a trifecta effect over and over again with the way that I do business. And I can get that done with AI a lot faster and consistent. And I can learn from it. I can learn, okay, what worked this time? What didn't work? And how can I get improved at the end of the day? Cool. Oh, sorry. I think this thing should be ready.
I have just one final Lovable related question, is that how do you get over not having to pay subscription on all these apps? Because when you build the website, it gives you the Lovable image on the browser. It also gives you their tag. Like, how do you get out of that without having a lot of tech skills?
Yeah, so the way my recommendation is to have a cost strategy for organization, right? What does money actually do when we invest in it? It just saves us time oftentimes, right? And it help us increase our chances of getting ROI for this money that we invest in. So the way I advise most founders is this, that getting started, first started with being relevant. Visibility and relevance is the first point. It's free. All it takes is your time and your consistency. Be visible and relevant. You don't have those two things, it just doesn't matter what the cost is. And then once you have visibility and relevance, then you can find a way, okay, where do I create the best value, right? Ultimately, because honestly, your customers don't care whether it's Lovable or Bolt or this. They don't care. They care, am I getting the value out of this one? And then you want to find out who's going to pay me for the value that I create ultimately, right? And then once you can define that, then it's definitely worth the investment of capital. And I think that every entrepreneur, whether you're in Nigeria or here, and then I will share some other free ones you can use that doesn't, Lovable is just one of them. It's good at what it's good at, but it's not the only one. There are many other ones that are free. Now, but there's some things that you just have to pay for, like your domain. You just have to pay for it. It has nothing to do with Lovable. It has a lot to do with just the industry,
Right.
just
Yeah.
generally, right? And you have to think about, why do we pay for things? It's not because people just want to take our money. The things like security, right? Compliance. That's why we make those capital investments. The expertise in this particular area, right? So it's about finding out who's going to help you sleep at night to say, I created this website. It's not going to crash on me tomorrow. Reliability, right? That's what we pay for. But in the absence of paying for those things, we can always invest time, ultimately, right? We can invest time in learning, right? So Lovable makes it easy. If you register your website, if you register your domain on, let's say, what's the good one? DigitalOcean or Cloudflare, they make it easy for you to click, connect your domain to it easily, right? But you have to have the domain, right? And so if you're going to connect to the domains, you have to pay for it, because now they are responsible for the access to your domain. So I don't always look at it as like, okay, what am I paying for when I'm using Lovable, Superbase, any other tools? I'm paying for them sharing responsibility with me, right? It is my job to figure out, am I creating the value so I can manage that investment over time, ultimately. Does that make sense?
That's a
Right.
fair way to look at it. And this, I promise, is my final
No,
question.
that's fine.
So, for an entrepreneur new, what is the
Yeah,
tech stack that you would recommend, bearing this investment in mind and the fact that,
yeah,
to be honest, what scares me the most is the recurring payments. You subscribe here, monthly there. What would
yeah,
to get this efficiency that you've did
yeah,
describe here, this world that you've helped us to imagine, what would
yeah,
you recommend as the bare minimum tech stack, and what would
yeah.
you say we should budget for it to be able to at least, help us create that value in the fastest possible way?
For sure. Thank you for that. That's a good question. So everything that I've shared here right now, they are all free 99. Free 99, right? Everything from Bolts.new. I just didn't want to go through to the sign up process with them, right? That's why I skipped this. Free 99, Canva, free 99, GPT, free 99. The only thing that it just takes you a little bit extra time to go through the prompting process, essentially. Lovable is also free. It's just that it's not going to be attacked to your domain. That's the only thing. But the content itself, you can share it. Claude is the same thing. People have gotten accustomed to building correlation between the value that you're creating and what tools that you're using. They can dissociate those two things when the value is very clear to them, right? So I'll share this deck, for example, and all these things will list. And I think what I'll do, I'll update one page to kind of like, I'll go back to this page here when I'll look, okay, what is the tech stack? What is my recommended tech stack for under $20 a month for a person that runs a product in e-commerce? What is my tech stack for service consultant that will spend maybe the same? And I'll probably do a price tiering between $20, $50, and $100, contextualizing that in Nigeria. So $20 in Nigeria is about what now? About, somebody help me. What is 10? It's less than
Probably,
50. Huh?
probably. So if you're talking
Probably,
about
yeah.
USD, it's probably maybe like 15, if I'm correct.
15K. So
Yeah,
let's say
or
15K, 15K. Let's say 20. Let's say what would be a good tech stack for you that we spend less than 25K a month instead of hiring more people, but it can make you more efficient. That's the way I look at it. I correlate that to you hiring someone to do that work. Now, I am not pro replacing people at all. right? As a matter of fact, I think we should be creating more opportunities for people, right? So the value that I can do is, okay, let me hire a person and then 10x their productivity, right? So, but in order for me to hire a person, let me get conversant in how these things can be done. That comes to that way I can better delegate to that person with the tool. So there'll be no more excuses for the person that you hire. Does that make sense? That's the way I approach these kind of things. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So 10xing productivity is always the key for me. How do I make sure that you can do more with less at the end of the day, right? So, all right, I will owe you this, right? Tech stack, 20, 50, $100, and then exponential, right? For you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But would it be part of the deck, this deck,
Yeah,
when you show?
I will add it to the deck. I will add it to at the end of somewhere in here. So again, at the studio, for example, we have a tool called DynoCore that I'm using right now that we've been able to, let me see if I can show this one. To website we got through this secret sauce turning your prompts again. You go through this. So let me pause it for a second. The secret is good prompting, right? Good prompting, good results, like, and I've kind of demonstrated that on this call right now. If all these tools are there to help you, but you also have to be very intentional, like you have to be very, very intentional around that. And this I'm leaving some example into this for you as well. Save your best prompting, like give AI a brand voice. Like you see, when I started the other one, I gave it a voice. Say you are XYZ, and I gave you why you are XYZ. I didn't just say I say you are a content strategist with award-winning review. So why are you this? Because you've demonstrated this, and this is how you've done it through exceptionalism and execution, right? It's important to give context because that context helps AI be able to give you the value that you need ultimately, right? Mistakes to avoid, don't copy and paste like I mentioned. Yeah, I will give you 80% of the time. The 20% is where the secret sauce is, right? So you're still responsible for that. Using AI for everything. It's not the goal. It's to help you accelerate the things that actually matters. Planning, scheduling, organizing, but you still have to spend your time because your soul is where the value comes from, not from the AI itself. Otherwise, it's just going to be noise to everyone else, right? And I'll share this. I want to kind of go to the stack. I will update this page, this content with the option that you have free, the free option, and give you an estimate around how much time it would take for the particular things for each domain. And then the $20 a month. What stack do I need? What stack can I own for $20 a month that can do? Oh, I think I have it. I just thought about it right now. I have it.
Okay.
So GenSpark. GenSpark.ai. If you were to pick a stack today, that has most of everything an entrepreneur will need, I would recommend GenSpark.ai. It's $25 a month or so, right? Right. You can do things like your super agent, your AI slide, your spreadsheets with AI, photo generation, designer, just by prompting. Have anyone heard about GenSpark.ai before?
I don't
No,
believe I
this is
have.
the first time I've
Perfect.
heard of it.
All right. So, this is secret sauce. So I'm using just secret sauce with you guys. One of the things you learn about AI is that if you're not paying for it, eventually you're going to be having ad or you're going to be limited by what you can do with it. That's just something you should know. If you're not paying for it, the ads are coming. It's coming very, very fast, right? Or you'll be limited by what you can actually do with it. Now, what many companies have done, including us, is to say, okay, well, let's estimate how much token. And the reason why it costs money, because for every prompt if I put in Gemini right now, if I say Gemini, let me give you an example. If I go into GPT and I put in, I don't know if you can see my screen. If I go to Gemini and I just type in, let's say I just hello, I just say hello. That hello itself is consuming content, consuming token. It's costing them some infrastructure to actually process that. Some machines are running to that, which is energy. Energy is being dispensed just by me typing hello, right? So that's where the cost comes from. Somebody is responsible for making sure that you get the response back ultimately. So what JanSpark has done is, okay, well, what do people actually need to run their business efficiently, right? And they've kind of optimized that token cost with the list of capabilities that you can have. So $25 a month. If you don't use it, you're just wasting money. But if you use it, you're going to get the best out of it ultimately. So I would definitely highly recommend JanSpark as one tool that you can use. Again, I'll include this in the stack going forward. I just want to drop that off while I'm on the call right now.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's go take a look at your website if it's ready. Look at that. Oh, you can't see it yet.
No, we don't see.
Oh, I'm going to share it now. It's coming. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. And we just started. Here you go. Get the
How do you
playbook.
develop?
There goes your ebook right there. Developer, can I send this to you?
Absolutely.
All right. There you go. Now, one thing I also want to kind of tell you is that what differentiates people that are building with AI versus those that are succeeding with AI? It's not the fact that your proficiency in using the tools or the speed that you can, or how much you can send out, is taste. Taste, right? Your unique view, your unique element. Like I can show you some tools that I've built on my side that you wouldn't, if sometimes when I look at some site, oh, this was AI generated because he's using, but when you have taste, the way you would design your choice element for your output can know that somebody thought about this intentionally, right? So it's not just a prompting. So taste is very, like for example, right now you saw that, and again, the content we're using my own version of the AI so it already knows my style of writing a little bit, so you can kind of see how crisp, clear the outputs are from GPT. It took time. Now, the output of what we saw on this thing real quick, let me share it again. I don't know, because I feel like the output that we see here on this current thing here, I think it's just generic, right? It looks good, but for someone like me that does this for a living, I'm like, oh, okay, this is generated, right? But your customers don't care. The customers don't care. They just care about this free. Is this book can it be useful to me? I like the fact that you're very specific around the growth playbook for nonprofit and SMEs. It's very, very specific, right? Because you know that came from you. It didn't come from me. It came from you. And we put it in here, right? But there are other ways you can improve this in terms of the design of it, the aesthetics of it. Again, those are just subjective based on your taste. So don't lose your taste when you're adopting AI. Don't lose your taste. It's very important. Make sense? Is this
Yeah,
helpful?
it's
Absolutely.
very.
All right, Dolapo, I think I want to kind of walk through just one more thing to share with folks since they are here, and it would be I think is this view here. Let me down the call. All right. So at the studio, we have at the Studio Parallels Code, we have a platform called DinoClaw. And for those that are not familiar with OpenClaw, and I don't know if you can see this yet. Give me a second. For those that, again, when you get a moment, just go on YouTube and just type in OpenClaw, right? It's like the next evolution of GPT, of ChatGPT, essentially. Where is it? I'm going to share the screen. So OpenClaw.ai. So when you get a chance to, I wouldn't overwhelm you with it, right? It's like the next evolution of GPT essentially, and OpenAI has acquired them. And now as a technology community, we're always worried, okay, is that a good thing or bad thing? But we'll find out very soon whether it's a good thing or bad thing or not. But this is where everyone is raving about when it comes to AI automation. What can you do? So I will recommend that when we get off this call, that you spend a little bit of time to research OpenClaw. It's free, right? But the barrier of it is that it's limited. If you're not super technical, it can be very hard to set up, essentially, right? And there's also some security risk around deploying it on your own machine. But what I want everyone on this call to do is to just kind of get familiar with what OpenClaw is, right? It's the next wave of GPT. So you've heard or had Gemini, GPT. Just imagine an
How about God?
agentic GPT that can do a lot more, or Claude Code that can do things for you consistently, right? That's what OpenClaw is. And so what we've done at the studio is to look at OpenClaw because we're coming from a compliance and security perspective, and we built a platform called DynaClaw that can help you auto deploy this into your own Google infrastructure, essentially. I'm happy to talk to anyone who's interested after this call about it. But what we've done with DynaClaw is to essentially help you. So if you're interested in learning more about how we are helping people deploy OpenClaw, when I send this link called the slides, at the end they just give your email. So I will personally reach out to you to better understand your needs essentially, and then find a way how we can be able to deploy you OpenClaw in a way that is secure and is safe to use based on the context of your business. The way that I use OpenClaw right now is I'm using it with the Telegram integration, and I've built everything that I've built with OpenClaw is what I'm putting into DynaClaw for people. And my focus is so specific to business owners, entrepreneurs that don't want to spend too much money, that want to be able to own things and be able to be efficient, right? And that's the way I use OpenClaw personally. I will give you some example of the things that happened on my side with my OpenClaw. It will help us to kind of see on a daily basis, every single day. In the morning, I'll show you, for example, we used it briefly today. Blah, 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 blah. There you go, right here. So this is my every single day. Again, it took a while for me to set this up, but again, I can also set it up for people as well. This is today. Today's the 18th, right? Here's my daily briefing. I get every single morning, every day of the week. I get in the morning around 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning. My agent goes out there and gets me a daily briefing based on the things that I'm interested in. This is how I stay on top of the game every single day. There's never a day when I wouldn't know what is happening, who's winning, who's losing, what tech is changing in the world, and I can always improve this over time. On a daily basis, I don't have to do nothing. It just shows up on my Telegram every day, right? But then what do I do with that? It's not just enough for me to know it. It's important for me to also share it, right? So what I do is I consolidate that into, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see, I don't know if you can see this
Yeah, we
this
saw
thing right
the
called daily briefing,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I convert that into like a daily briefing, right? All organically on a daily basis. And I can share this on my social media, on anywhere that I decide to, right? On a daily basis. Now, this is a tool for me as an entrepreneur, right? I'll give you an example right now. I will say, hey, can you add to my CRM? Need to add to my CRM. Let me take a contact. Oluwa Afe.
Okay.
Afe. I'm just gonna put a placeholder email to my to my email, and her email is, I'm gonna put a placeholder afe@afe.com. Just a basic type, and when I send it, right, my agent is gonna know what I mean by that. Is gonna take this contact and go into my CRM, my Zoho CRM, and then put all those data inside of it. Let me just show you in real time what that looks like. Just again, does this make sense what I just showed right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
did.
this
Yeah.
is,
Okay.
so I said, can you add to my CRM Oluwa Afe? And I give an email address, and then it's going to go into it and put it into my Zoho CRM. So let's go to Zoho to show you what this looks like. every organization should have some basic CRM. CRM is customer relationship management tool, right? So I'm gonna go to my Zoho. I think this is Zoho CRM. Let's just go to Zoho CRM and I'm going to go to contact, right? You can see that right there. I didn't have to come here to do this, right? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I didn't have to come to Zoho to come do this because I just had the conversation with my agent, and he already knows what I mean by that. Right. So these are power. These are the power of automation, right? And it's not just, oh, I want to do this. Like, do I have the right systems in place? Like I showed you posters originally. This is a CRM it's a brand new CRM that I'm progressively building as I go through this this um this transformation. Again, just like you, I'm also going through transformation on my side, right? It's not just I'm also going through transformation. So I'm slowly building out what I know
A
I needed
system.
so others can be
Mm-hmm.
able to use it as
Mm-hmm.
well,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're all in a learning journey, and I've been in tech for over 20 years. So you can just imagine I can save myself a billion times, but it's only possible because we're now, because AI
Yeah.
has just made it possible now. But at the same time, security is a big for me. I have to really, I'm concerned around the impact of job displacement. So I promote fairness in how we treat each other, strengthening the community. I promote the ability for us to be able to utilize the truth, start free, and then build over time, but also sharing these things for people to get better at what they're doing. So that's how we're doing. We're using DynaCore for this, and OpenCore is in the foundation of it. But what differentiates us from OpenCore is that the things that most businesses would need on day one, right? We built it in automatically. And I'll kind of walk you through some of those things that you might be like, oh, really, Maya? Why? Why would you want to give that for free? Because I care that you're successful. That's the only why I do it. I care that you're successful. So things like let's open call to right. The things like my daily briefing, for example, uh things like my daily briefing, right? Auto-generated social media content. So every single week, right? There's a every single week there is a um I get my content calendar, right? And I tell you, some days it's automated, but I can also give it as I go through my day. I share things that I'm interested in to refine over time. Email management, right? So it's integrated with my email. I can draft my email again. I don't ever send anything out automatically by the AI. You will never see anything that I send out through an AI system without me verifying because I own that essentially. So I want to encourage that you still stay in the loop because you're responsible for it, right? Digital product creation, newsletter writing, and all the other tools in there is already built into DynaCore, right? So you skip the steps, skip the setup, and you skip the what do I do with it, essentially, right? And the way to kind of use it, the way you know is I keep sharing different screen because
Dynaclaw is also free as well.
DynaCore is not free. It's not
Mm-hmm.
free, right?
Okay.
DynaCore assume that you have a Google Cloud account. So again, we're specifically targeting people that are ready
Cool.
to they just want so that OpenClaw is free as a tool, but you
Okay.
have to host it somewhere, essentially.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can either install it on your computer, then it's
Mm-hmm.
free, right? We
Mm-hmm.
can deploy the Dynacloth for free on your computer, but we know that not everyone can go put it. People want it to be secure in a way that it can just be in its own world and interact with it. So we've
Mm-hmm.
chosen Google as our cloud
Okay.
option for
Okay.
Dynacloth,
Okay. Okay.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, and the way I will give you a sense of what kind of skills that we have into my own tools. For example, we have like I have over 165 skills, engineering skills, um, marketing skills, data engineering skills, DevOps skills, email cleansing skills. Oh, this email cleansing skills, co-author for writing a book, app store app optimization, agent mail. So my Johnny Mail mate has an email address, for example, right? So all those things are there. Nano Banana, I can generate a video directly from here, generate me a video with little video with little text about the power of sharing, right? Again, it will go into this and go be that all these things are already built into the system essentially as a whole. That's the way we're using it. So if you install OpenClaw today, you have to build these skills out one by one, one by one, one by one. And I've thought about, okay, what do entrepreneurs need? How do we give them something they can use on day one without overthinking it? Essentially, like we just did this post right now directly with DynaClaw in the background. Make sense?
So I
Yeah.
have a question about
What's up?
DynaClaw, if I may.
Mhm.
So assuming you have like 3 or maybe 2 different businesses, would you need a different agent to support each one, or can one agent,
That is a very good
do
question. That is a
multiple
very good
briefs in
question.
quote? Yeah.
That is a very good question. So the way we've approached it, the way my team and I have approached it is that I have Johnny Mate and I have Johnny Mate Growth Hacker. So just imagine you can have, and I also have another one called DynaClaw itself. And these are agents, they have their own soul, if you can call it, right? They have their own their own individual entity identity, essentially, right? So Johnny Mate is my general. Johnny Mate Growth is my specific growth hacker, right? I say, hey, I need to know what is changing in the market on a daily basis. Go out and go research it for me on a daily basis, right? On a weekly basis. And that's what the jobs is. So you can have, if you have multiple businesses, yeah, this agent can, let me just show you what this looks like. So growth hacker, tell me about my businesses. All right. Because I already gave it the context already. So it knows I built all those things into, again, similar thing for you. Just imagine you're hiring a new staff, right? It can tell you all of the businesses that I run in here from the studio, DynaClaw, Lafia, Maya. It knows that already, and it can contextualize stuff based on the specific part of my businesses. Make sense?
Not yet, but there will definitely be a follow-up. I already shared my contact with Oreolua, so I will definitely follow up.
Yeah. And then the future is this, that you now have these agents, right? You have these agents and they can actually collaborate with each other. So for example, this is my agent collaborating across, like I'm in the middle BIOS team. And then you see my which one is this one? See DynaClaw having conversation with Johnny Mate organically. Right. That's the future that we're building right now with AI. Again, very technical for now, but again, for you starting today, let's get the free version, get into the AI tools, start using it, go into the deck. I'll share the deck with you. When you want to get to the next level, I'm more than happy. Don't feel obligated. Don't feel, oh, it's going to cost me. Just let's have a conversation. Let me understand what your needs are. I will always try to find the most cost-effective way. But if you have to pay for it, I'll let you know. This song have to be paid for. Unfortunately, this is the reason why. But I will always give you why more than anything else. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to serve, here to help the best way that I can. What's up?
Wow. Are you done?
No,
We
that's all I got for now. I'm
Oh
happy to
wow.
take questions.
We are
Happy to take
okay, yeah. The floor is open for questions.
questions.
Anybody has follow-on questions? I know Mercy, Divine was asking for your contacts.
Yeah.
Which one of your contacts are you willing or is available
Yeah,
for
the
us
best
to
way to I use I have all these emails that I can use, but my Gmail is still the
best
best
way
way to
to
reach
reach you?
me, or
Okay,
LinkedIn. Those are the two best places to reach me. LinkedIn or Gmail is the easiest way, honestly. Yeah.
okay. So would you want to drop it in here for those who would want to
Yeah,
follow up with you?
absolutely.
But
Yes.
I would encourage us to also please fill the survey so that we can have more. I mean, I know Coach Bayo we would still call him back, but we
Yeah,
want to have a targeted
exactly.
targeted trainings. He's shown us so many things today. So
Mhm.
it's better if we have specific requests that he can
Exactly.
deep dive on.
Exactly.
Today was just a test and to show us many things that are possible with many platforms. But if we have this targeted view for what he can focus on, he'll prepare for that and come back with that. So please fill the survey.
And just always remember that if you have a problem, 1,000 of people have the same problem. The only difference is that you're able to speak to it. You're confident enough to ask the question that people are thinking about. That's often the difference between why it's important to speak up, because there are many people that are not going to speak up, but the help is there to help them. So for those that speak up, you're helping other people a lot more than you can ever imagine, right? And so, like Aura said, when you have this, use whatever format she has, follow that, so that people can be able to benefit, so we can be able to lift each other up ultimately together.
If I just may say very quickly, thank you. I have to jump off in a few minutes, but I really appreciate the session. It's probably the best hour of my day, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you, Dolapo. We're so blessed that you came, and it was great to share this time with you. Coach Bayo I will have his contact and the deck delivered. Okay, so his LinkedIn is in the chat.
My LinkedIn is in there, and I will leave the chat, the deck slides for you as well.
Yeah.
It's the best. Those are the best two ways. So that what I don't want is for your messages to get lost in the noise of the right. So that I know where to go to for specific things. Yeah. So Dino and the webinar at the end of the seminar, because this second link I share will go through all the slides, and at the end you can put the email in there as well. But LinkedIn, great conversation. Reach out to me. I'm more than happy to set up some time as well.
So you've heard it from him. If you want to have further engagement and consult him for things, you can contact him on LinkedIn and let him know. He will let you know if there's a payment involved or what else is involved. But just contact him on LinkedIn. If you copy the message in the chat. We have taken much more of your time than we planned to, but it's been such a phenomenal session. We've all learned so much, and I believe we all have very good takeaways, and I hope action items. If you could please fill the survey so that we have visibility into the kind of trainings and webinars and things that you want to learn, whatever it is. We'll find the people who can. We will definitely be bringing back Coach Bayo. That's certain. That's a given. But thank you so much, everyone. This has been very great. Thank you for your time. Thank you and I hope we were a blessing to you. Okay, Coach Bayo, thank you so much for this time. Thank you.
Remember,
thank you so much.
Go and hug somebody. Everyone is going through something. Don't forget that. Share it, talk to people, build community is very, very important. It's very, very important to build community, especially in this time that we're in right now. And let me know if you need anything for sure.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Coach Bayo. Really appreciate it.